Hello, I'm Ivan, and I help young men to be disciplined through the learning of a language. So today, I'm just going to be talking about how I do more than 6 hours of studying Japanese a day, and I hope that this video is actually helpful to you. So before that, a bit of my story, which is that I'm making this channel to actually improve my English. Yeah, I mean, improve how I speak English. If you can see my first video, I was speaking English horribly. So like, this is actually uh, useful to actually improve your English. Teach people the things I know, which is, for example, how to be disciplined through the learning of language and things of like. And I have more than 10 months of studying Japanese, which actually my goal with Japanese is just to learn it in 2 years or less than 2 years. So like yeah. And this is a photo of me from 3 years ago, which I was a totally different person. Like I was actually starting to learn English, and this is a photo from me right now, which I became a more disciplined person. Uh, I got a good body actually, not from learning English, of course, but actually I think that learning English had a big part on actually being a disciplined person, and being a disciplined person, of course, got me to actually have a better body because I could train more days. So like yeah, you could say that it is kind of like weird to say to say that about it, but maybe if I hadn't learned English, I wouldn't have gotten this body. So like yeah, I mean, I just take that as something that happened. So yeah, the first one is if you don't like what you're doing, forget it. Like don't do it. So like find something in the language you're studying that you like a lot and you repeat it over and over. So for example, for me, when I am studying Japanese, I just don't like watching videos on YouTube which are on Japanese. I don't like watching YouTube. I don't like watching Twitch. I don't like watching anything of those things because I just think that the people that do YouTube in Japanese are kind of, I don't know, weird. So like I just don't like the culture in general when it comes to actually YouTube, when it comes to Twitch, because there are a lot of YouTubers. There are, I don't know, the culture is just weird. I just don't relate with the YouTube culture for some channels. For some channels, not all of them, but like for some. Maybe when I am more into some months into my language learning with Japanese, it's probably that I will like it more because I will relate more to those people. So like who knows? But right now the thing that I find most fun when doing is just actually watching anime and reading manga. Right now I'm not reading manga because it's just harder, so like I'm not doing it, but like I do actually have fun doing it. So like the only thing that I'm doing right now is just watching anime, and whilst I watch anime I actually do watch when do watch some words. Like whenever a word that I don't know appears, then I just go and fucking watch it there sometime. I'm fucking like investigate what it means. So like yeah, that's the thing I'm doing. And just have fun doing the language. That's it. That's what I would recommend, to actually do more than 6 hours of studying whatever language. If you do have fun, that's it. So it is sometimes going to be boring. So doing the same thing over and over, even if it's fun, can be boring. So like you should just set a minimum a day. This is actually for the bad days in which you do not feel like doing the thing, because if actually you are not doing anything, if you are not doing anything on your bad days, you are going to lose just so much more progress, because there's going to be probably one day on the week that is going to be bad. So like if you are not doing anything on that day that it is bad, you're going to lose a lot of progress. So you should just set a minimum to actually advance on your language learning journey, or to actually not lose progress. So for example, my minimum is in Japanese is to just to study 3 hours, just 3 hours, which is actually kind of easy right now. But actually, at the start, to study 3 hours of Japanese was very difficult for me, especially because of the activities that I was doing, which were not that fun. Because when you are actually on the first phases of learning Japanese, it's actually pretty boring, honestly. Like, and doing more than 2 hours is just boring as fuck. So like, it depends actually on the phase of the language learning journey of your language learning that you are. For example, if you are in the initial phases, it's just boring as fuck. If you are on the intermediate to advanced phases, it's going to be much more fun. So like you should actually have that in mind. Maybe you do want to spend less time in the boring phases, and then when the fun phase of learning language, which is watching anime, watching series, watching YouTube, watching Twitch, comes, then you can actually spend a lot of time on that phase in specific, but you do not want to spend much time on the boring phase. So like that's what I would recommend. Set a minimum so you actually do not lose progress on the days that you feel bad. And yeah, that's kind of it. So another thing is staying motivated. Think about everything that you're going to do after you learn the language. So for example, for me, um, when I'm learning Japanese, I actually do think about the things that I'm going to do. I am actually wanting to go to Japan. I'm actually wanting to make a video about how I learned how I have acquired Japanese in less than 2 years. So like you should actually be thinking about the things that you're going to accomplish and how you're going to accomplish it. So for example, whenever I don't feel motivated today, I just say, brother, if you don't do your immersion today, you're just not going to achieve the thing that you wanted to achieve. So like of course you're going to stay motivated even if you do not feel like it. So have in mind what is that keeps you motivated. Maybe it's, I don't know, talking to a girl in the language that you're learning. Maybe it's, I don't know, making a YouTube channel like this so you can actually improve your speaking, like whatever, whatever. It actually does take discipline. Like maybe you want to stop doing things, fun things, so you have more fun doing the boring things, and it doesn't take you that much more discipline to actually stay motivated. So like yeah, what do you want to do is that probably your life right now looks like this circle, every stick that it has a stick, um, is just a thought, right? Every of these sticks is just a thought. So you have all of these thoughts about TikTok, about a girl, about if you're a girl, maybe a boy, yeah, about junk food, about Instagram, and this is your main life, right? And you have maybe two thoughts only on your main thing, which is learning a language. What you want your life to look like is just to actually be this um be this circle in which you are just having one thought, and this one thought is probably just learning a language. So you want your life to look like that, because if not, you are just not going to make that much progress when compared with other people that have the thing that you want to do. So, how do you think people that actually have achieved great things do it? They don't actually do more things than you. They actually do less things than you. So that's why they achieve the thing. That's why actually they appear like they have a lot of things, and they have a great level on a lot of things. Because whenever they, for example, have learned a Japanese language in 2 years or in 1 year, they actually just go and learn another thing, and that's it. Like they just go and fucking learn another thing, and that's kind of it. And whenever they finish with the other thing, they just stop it and keep it on maintenance, like so they don't lose the thing, of course, and then just go over and learn another thing. Like just by prioritizing what they do and actually putting all of their focus on one thing, there of course they achieve a great level on that thing. So like it actually will take discipline to make this, because to stop watching TikTok, to stop talking to the girl that you want to do, to stop watching Instagram, to stop eating junk food, and of course all of that take discipline. But if you actually do want to do more than 6 hours to do more than 6 hours of studying Japanese or studying whatever language, you're going to need to stop watching TikTok for more than 2 hours of your day, because that shit is just more fun than doing immersion, than actually watching series on a language that you don't know. So that is more fun. If you keep doing things that are more fun than your main thing, which is learning a language, of course, it's just going to be much more difficult to learn the language. So yeah, that's kind of all of it. And I hope that this video was helpful. Thank you.